as I'm looking at AI vendors, I'm going into a lot of those conversations with these governance questions that are being asked of me to work with the vendors and make sure that they are doing everything they need to do to uh, basically make sure that they're keeping the governance. I'm not sure that all the vendors out there really have placed a lot of effort into that. Governing that and making sure the training factors and all of that that go into that algorithm is really what you have to dig into. And those are the questions that we're probing. Where did you train your data? How are you governing your data? How frequently is it updated? So those are the things that we're working through with the vendors.
That's a great point, and it's a natural lead into Matt, where I've been lucky enough to work with Yale across three different organizations now over a decade, and I'm constantly impressed by the governance process within Yale, and that's not just AI governance; it's also like the care signatures, like your versions of pathways where you have over 1,000 in the approach there. Um, you know, how have you been able to get your hands around that, Matt? And like, what has it evolved into given the period of time that you've been doing this stuff?
Well, from a care pathway perspective, Deb Rhodes, is our chief quality officer, is really the leader in that space and has really done essentially amazing work to not just implement these care pathways, but educate providers on why these care pathways are useful and valuable to their day-to-day work. I think that is what gets people engaged, gets them willing to use these things over and over again when they see that, hey, this is making a meaningful difference to my patients, and it's making a meaningful difference in terms of how I do my work. That's where I think when you establish those things and trust around those tools, you're able to make headways. And I see the work we've done in terms of the clinical pathways is no different than the work we're doing now with our AI tools in terms of creating that case that says, hey, this is something that's going to be valuable for you, whether it's a quality improvement, an efficiency improvement, a safety improvement, it's going to be a value. And it's not just us saying it, we're going to show you.